Now we start our today's class in the subject of political science, and today we will start our new chapter, which is the crisis of democratic order, and our topic is emergency. As you know, in previous lecture we read about Indira Gandhi, and we look the emergence of Congress after Nehru era. First general three elections, which is dominated by Congress in a huge voting percentage, and after that when Nehru died and Lal Bahadur Shastri also died in back to back, then Indira Gandhi chosen and a prime minister, and the Congress party is split in two parts, and syndicates and Indira Gandhi groups. That's all topic you read in previous chapters. And in 71 elections, that is a very dramatic win of Indira Gandhi, and they achieve more power in that situations. After that, we discuss in previous lectures the story of emergency. Now we look in this chapter how emergency create, how Indira Gandhi have on to enormous powers in their hand, and they abolished the democracy in era of 75, the year of 75. So we will start our today's topic in today's lecture. Students, our first topic is the background of emergency, means the starting of emergency time period. We have already studied the changes of that we are taking place in Indian politics since 1967. We discussed also. This was also a period of when party competition become bitter and polarized. Polarized means Indira Gandhi won clearly near about 70% seat in these elections. And this period also witnessed the tension of relationship between government and the judiciary. That is the tension and conflict government with judiciary and specific matters we discuss to next topics, which is specific matters. The Congress party took a position that this stand of the court was against principle of democracy and parliamentary supremacy. That is the conflict between the institutions, legislature, judiciary, and also executive. But the whole conflict between legislature and judiciary. Legislature, it means the choosing government thing, he is supreme, but the judiciary shown that he is also supreme, and he is rolled back. He called to roll back to parliament when parliament make any types of law which is not a support to public. So that's whole conflict are created in Indira Gandhi period. I say that in previous lecture or sometime back, the Indira Gandhi wants to enormous power in their hands, and I think that is the reason of conflict. Some judges who are opposed to Indira Gandhi, and some is judges who are support to Indira Gandhi, and the Indira Gandhi promoted these types of judges. That's whole in the conflictual part of Indira Gandhi roles. The Congress also elect court was a conservative institutions, and it was becoming an abstract in way the implementing pro-poor welfare program. Means party and the institution legislature direct saying that the next institution which is judiciary, it is completely conservative, and judiciary never want to the legislature which is create a policy to help poor people, and judiciary want to abolish that. That is blaming of Congress party on the judiciary. So the parties opposed to Congress felt that politics was becoming too personalized, and that governmental authority was being converted into personal authority. The split of Congress had shaped and the division between Indira Gandhi and her opponents. That is the process of these whole topics. So our next subtopic is economic context, and in this topic we look about the economical conditions of country and the principles of Indira Gandhi, which is based on equality, based on the communism, based on the socialism. In the elections of 1971, which is very intended slogan, the Garibi Hatao. It means remove poverty. But till that time, the poverty was not removed by the politicians. It is still in India. However, the social and economic conditions in the country did not improve much after 1971 and 72. The Bangladesh crisis also had put on the heavy strain of India's economy. About 8 million peoples crossed over the East Pakistan border into India. Lots of migrant persons come to India, and it also make a pressure of Indian economy and Indian resources. This was followed by war with Pakistan. After the war, US government stopped all aid to India. That is also a very big crisis. In the international market, oil prices increased. Meanwhile, during this period, this led to an all-around increase in prices of commodities. Means the goods prices are also increased, and the very crucial moment for Indian people, especially middle class peoples, got to big suffered in their economic conditions. This led to all price increase 33% in 1973 and 30% in 1974. You think about the economic conditions of India, such as high level of inflation caused much hardship to the people, and also industrial growth was very low because the government is supportive to communism or socialism, and socialism also against to industrialization.